A country that was once proud of its railways are now left disappointed. With Scotland getting rid of the railway pilot scheme, ScotRail is scrapping peak time train fares following a limited degree of success. We went out into the streets of Edinburgh to talk to commuters about ScotRail's decision.
Actually, if you look at the common fact that the flights are cheaper than the trains. Okay, like I came to Edinburgh via train, so I paid around £80, and my friend who also came to Edinburgh, but he came via flight, so it's faster and cheaper. So you can understand like what's the perspective of the people will be without saying it.
I'm travelling from Sicily to Rome later on this month for £80 for two of us, first class.
And that's much different from what the prices
It's a tenth of what we're paying here. The prices are absolutely scandalous.
The rail increases, well, obviously the Scottish Government try to do well by Scotland, but the British Government have yet again cut our budget.
Not enough passengers were using the railway. That is the government's reason for not renewing the pilot scheme to scrap peak rail fares. The government says it would cost £40 million to keep it going for another year, but to people who regularly continue to commute by train, that is little consolation. With some routes now almost doubled in price, scrapping off-peak train fares will certainly change travel habits. ScotRail introduced the scheme in October of last year, which saw ticket prices drop across the country. The scheme removed peak train fares, allowing off-peak fares to be valid all day long. With the scheme being scrapped by the Scottish Government, a ticket from Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Central Station can now cost around £32, compared to off-peak tickets during the scheme that only costed the public around £16. The scheme ended in September after just a year. Although passenger levels increased around 6.8%, the overall scheme would require a 10% commuter increase, which it didn't achieve. Although super off-peak tickets will be reintroduced, it's safe to say this decision will create a drastic change to Scotland's commuters.